mean, so my life became my proof. And then, as much as I would ask the deeper questions, I also found that there was no bottom to the well of not just knowledge, but deep understanding. And you can't make it up. One person could not come up with all of that stuff. So I knew that there was such an accumulation of knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that had been handed down, from generation to generation, that was then being shared. And it's not just a book knowledge, it was a lived, practical, applied knowledge that this is how we do this. And it's not just about the what, it's the how. One of the things that we often teach in the mystery school is that we're not a seminar company. We're not here to teach you about a subject. We're here to teach you the subject, how to live it, how to embody it. And that is not something you can get out of a book. That's something that really requires that immersive experience in person, where we can work with each individual and be immersed in the energetic field and so forth. And so this combination of my own direct experience, me witnessing the results in other people as well, and then, just knowing that no matter in 20 years, no matter how far down that, well of knowledge I've dug, it keeps going deeper. And the farther I go, the more I realize I'm still just scratching the surface here, because there's so much more. And so, that I think really speaks volumes to the fact that there really is lineage, where so many other things I tried before, it would just plateau. They'd hit a wall in terms of being able to sufficiently answer questions in a satisfactory way. Whereas here I've never hit that within the modern mystery school. And there is, there might be points along the way where we think that there's contradictions, but as you keep on going and your consciousness and awareness expands, you get to this new level where you can look back and what looked like contradictions before, now you see it in a whole new context, and those paradoxes are reconciled, so to speak, and it all becomes much more like multidimensional. So this is one of the things that I think it makes the mystery school so relevant to today still, is that, we say, well, these are ancient teachings, what is their relevance to our modern world? But I think that they really help us access more of the wisdom that is universal. And it doesn't really go away just because the trends are different. But also it helps us learn how to become more multidimensional and shift into a new paradigm because it's so alchemical, so transformational. So why would you say that the mystery school is relevant to today, and why is it so needed in the sense that we've opened our doors? Why is it so needed in our world today?
Yeah, it's an interesting place because so much of the world is focused on sort of your mental aspects, and we hear that a lot today. You got to worry about your mental health, people getting triggered, and safe spaces, and many other things. And of course, I think there is a huge amount of understanding that's growing in our physical health. So we have this mind and body, and we're putting a lot of energy into understanding these aspects of ourselves. Spirituality has always kind of been an aside. It's been thrown to the side, left for religions, perhaps in our modern age, left to New Age. There's been sort of no clear methodology for that exploration. It's just been kind of left there. And I think that one of the biggest things, in fact, I would say I'm very much in line with the Hermetica, that godlessness is the biggest problem of the world. Some people would say it's, we need to remove God from the world, just get more pragmatic, practical, and just sort of omit spirit. And I'm like, no, actually, you need to bring a lot more spirit into the world. And we, in this modern age, need clarity. You've identified the mystery school as a university of the soul. And I would say there's a lot of truth to that, because we do need an education on spirituality that is, in my humble opinion, outside the normative thinking of religion, which has become very dogmatic. See, a cool thing about lineage is that, sorry, I'm getting excited. The cool thing about lineage is that it's growing and it's alive. It's expansive. It's never, as much as it's ancient, it continues to progress, or it too would be dead. And I don't see that in religion. I see religions as trying to fortify their position of, we are perfect exactly like this. We've always been perfect in our understanding. We're perfect today. And yet the lineage says it is perfect through growth. It is not perfect as it was. It is perfect as it grows. So, it's spirituality should be a progressive state for the individual and for everything that supports that individual. And I see lineage especially being important for that progressive state. If you don't have, to make it real simple, if you don't have experts who can help you to ask yourself the right questions about the things you're trying to figure out about yourself, you're not going to get anywhere. And as much as I have deep respect for psychologists and psychiatrists and other people who work on it from a mental point of view, there is another aspect that is purely spiritual, that is about the why of life. And so much is about, who are you and why are you here? What place should you be in? What is your place in the universe? And yeah, there is an expertise to working with someone on that. But should you figure out who you are, to know thyself, it is the most satisfying, fulfilling, clarifying thing that will ever happen in your life. And I would argue that it supersedes any other education on the planet. To know thyself is the most important thing someone could do. And why we would believe that we would do that purely through our own understandings and just sort of stumble in the dark with a flashlight and hope that we figure it all out. Why would we not believe that there are people in the world who are experts at this exploration? And that's in a very pragmatic sort of mental way. That is what this is about. We need a school for the spirit. And this is very much what the mystery school fits into.
This conscious conversation was created, produced, and recorded by Dr. Theresa Bullard in collaboration with Dave Lanyon, and edited by Verse Content and HH Films and Photo. The theme music was created by Tim Mountain of Even Load Productions. Quantum Minds TV is a product of the Quantum Learning Academy.